Commander Zethkai of the Hegemony's Third Fleet stared at the blue marble floating before his command vessel, his four eyes blinking in disbelief. According to every official record, every imperial database, every historical archive, this world should have been nothing but radioactive ash. Impossible, he whispered through his translator, mandibles clicking nervously. 300 years ago, the galactic hegemony had declared the Sol system pacified. The primitive bipeds calling themselves humans had been thoroughly exterminated after their foolish resistance to imperial expansion. The official records were clear. Orbital bombardment had reduced their homeworld to molten slag. The species was extinct. The galaxy was safer for it. Yet here was Earth not only intact but thriving. Massive orbital installations ringed the planet like a crown of steel and light. Ships, sleek predatory vessels that made hegemony designs look clunky, patrolled the system's edge. And the energy readings? Zethkai's sensor officer had recalibrated the instruments 3 times, unable to believe the power signatures emanating from the third planet. "Sir," his communications officer chirped nervously, "we're receiving a transmission, audio and visual." The main screen flickered to life, revealing a human face. The creature looked remarkably similar to the archived specimens. 2 eyes, bilateral symmetry, that unsettling display of teeth they called a smile. But there was something different about this one. The eyes held a cold intelligence that made Zethkai's exoskeleton itch. "Greetings," the human said in perfect hegemonic standard. "I am Admiral Chen of the Terran Republic Defense Force. You've wandered rather far from hegemony space, haven't you?" Zethkai found his voice. You cannot exist. Your species was eliminated. The records— Ah, yes, the records!" Admiral Chen's smile never wavered but somehow became more terrifying. "Tell me, Commander, it is Commander, isn't it? What exactly do your records say about how humanity was eliminated?" "Orbital bombardment. Complete sterilization of the surface. Your primitive civilization was no match for hegemony firepower." The human nodded thoughtfully. "Interesting. Our records tell a different story. Would you like to hear it?" Before Zethkai could respond, Chen continued. 3 centuries ago, your empire did indeed attack Earth. You killed 8 billion people in the opening bombardment. 8 billion. The Admiral's voice remained level, conversational even, but something in those predator eyes made every crew member on the bridge step back from their stations. You declared victory and left, confident in your superiority. But you made 2 critical errors. First, you underestimated human stubbornness, and second, you assumed that because our technology appeared primitive, we were incapable of adaptation. The screen split, showing archived footage. Zethkai watched in growing horror as massive underground complexes were revealed, cities carved from solid rock, extending deep into Earth's crust. Hydroponic farms stretched for kilometers, fusion reactors powered by techniques the hegemony had never dreamed of. And everywhere, humans, millions of them, survivors who had spent 3 centuries preparing for this day. While your empire celebrated our extinction, Chen continued, we rebuilt. We learned. We studied every piece of wreckage your fleet left behind, reverse-engineered your technology and improved upon it. Did you know that your energy shields become completely useless when subjected to quantum-entangled particle streams? We discovered that entirely by accident. Zethkai's tactical officer suddenly went rigid. Commander! Multiple contacts. They're everywhere. The view screen returned to Admiral Chen, but now additional displays showed the tactical situation. Dozens of human ships had materialized around the Hegemony Task Force, not by entering the system, but by simply becoming visible, their stealth capabilities dropping like a veil being lifted. You see, Chen said pleasantly, we've been watching your empire for quite some time, monitoring your communications, learning your tactics, mapping your territory, and we've reached a decision. What? What decision? Zethkai's voice was barely a whisper. The galactic hegemony declared humanity extinct. We've decided to return the favor. Chen's smile was now openly predatory. Consider this a formal declaration of war. You have 30 seconds to transmit our message to your high command before we disable your ship's communications. We want them to know what's coming. This is madness. We have thousands of worlds, trillions of citizens. You're one planet of primitives. We're one planet, Chen corrected. Do you really think we spent 300 years sitting idle? Commander, Humanity has claimed 17 systems in the past century. Your empire's been so busy congratulating itself on our extinction that you never noticed entire colonies vanishing from your outer territories. Funny thing about humans, we're very good at surviving in places others consider uninhabitable. The tactical display updated again. Zethkai's blood went cold as he saw the new data. Human ships weren't just here at Earth. They were at the jump points leading back to hegemony space. They were positioned at strategic choke points throughout the sector. This wasn't a single battle. This was a coordinated campaign that had been years in the planning. 20 seconds, Commander, Chen announced. With trembling claws, Zethkai activated the emergency beacon. His message was brief. This is Task Force Vigilant. Sol system is occupied by hostile forces claiming to be humans. Previous extinction reports were inaccurate. They have declared war on the hegemony. They have superior technology and are requesting immediate. The transmission cut off as every system on the hegemony ships went dark. Thank you for your cooperation, Admiral Chen said as emergency lighting flickered on. Your weapons are disabled, your engines are offline, but life support remains functional. Consider yourselves prisoners of war. You'll be treated according to the Geneva Conventions, a set of rules you might want to familiarize yourselves with, since your empire apparently never developed the concept of warfare with honor. As Zethkai watched helplessly, human vessels began attaching docking tubes to his ship. Soon he would be face to face with the species his empire had declared extinct. Oh, and Commander? Chen's voice followed him as armed humans began boarding his vessel. Welcome to Earth. We do hope you enjoy your stay. After all, you'll be here for quite some time while we discuss reparations for those 8 billion people you killed. The last thing Zethkai heard before human soldiers escorted him away was Admiral Chen's final transmission to the hegemony fleet. This is Earth, we're back.